Whether it's one thing or 1,000 things that you've learned, it's definitely worth the time and worth the effort.
And it's probably the best decision I made. So if you're thinking even a little bit about it, do it, do it, do it.
If I can just have a platform to tell people about Mega, I will say do it. So don't think about it, do it. It's important for you, it's important for your business.
Super excited to talk with you about Mega. It is coming January 4th. It is a whole new retooled Mega. It's a brand new experience. I'm so excited to share it with you. Mega 11 is going to be like no other Mega before. It is designed to help you fill your pipelines, to help you create more wealth in real estate, reconnect with your spheres, fill your pipelines, and more importantly, which is the most important, find your love of real estate again. Lisa and I together are two top producing real estate professionals in this marketplace. We have helped create MLSs, we've been presidents of the board, we've served in our state association, and we have won every real estate accreditation award that you can get, from Realtor of the Year to Broker of the Year to Salesman of the Year. And through all of that, the one thing that I've learned is that real estate takes work. You have to have a focused attention on one thing and do it better than anyone else. I want to show you how to, number one, love this profession. Number two, make $1 million in 1 year. And it can be done. And it's not hard. You just have to focus on one thing. And that is sales. Real estate is a sales job. You're going to tell me how much money you want to make, and I'm going to build you a plan to get there. And I'm going to hold you accountable. And that is the premise of Mega. Now, this is our 11th Mega. We've been doing Mega for a really long time. We're very proud of what we've built in Mega because it is packed full of all of the content you need to launch a real estate career. Whether you're a brand new agent, whether you've been doing the business for 10 years, you're going to learn compulsories in Mega, like your contract paragraphs and your code of ethics, and how to host a very successful open house, and how to conduct this business in a way that maybe you haven't considered before, focusing on helping buyers, sellers, and tenants get a roof over their head. It is a huge, noble task to be in this profession. You should be proud to be a salesperson, but remember that you're a salesperson, which means you need to start every single day with the mindset of a successful agent. What is your unique value proposition? And everyone has one. But if you don't know your value, you have no value. And a successful agent is someone who understands why they're waking up every single day. What is their why? And part of Mega is learning your value proposition as a real estate professional, but also learning your why. You're going to build a goal board, and you're going to spend weeks contemplating what your mission statement is. What is your value statement? What do you have, and what do you have to offer to the consumer that the other 20,000 agents aren't? I'm going to show you how to properly negotiate your commissions, how to make sure that you have a paycheck at least twice a month, so that the stress of knowing where your next paycheck is going to come from isn't always on your mind, taking away from your ability to be fresh and alert and the salesperson that's supposed to be upbeat and selling. If you're continually worried about where your next check is going to come from, if you're worried about how you're going to pay your taxes, if you're worried about how you're going to pay your mortgage payment, that is going to take a toll on your personality, on your energy, and it's going to rub off on people, and they're going to say there's just something not right, because we also see that starving agents are pushy agents, and people don't want someone that's going to sell them a home. People want someone that's going to help them buy, and there is a huge difference in those two statements. Mega 11 starts January 4th at 10 o'clock. Mega is full-time. So we're not going to set the expectation that Mega is only a couple days a week and that you're going to walk away from spending 4 hours in Mega and be a top producing agent. what you put into Mega and what you bring to the table in terms of your commitment is what you're going to walk away with for your entire success of 2023. 2023 is going to be a transformation year. It's going to change everything. We are going to see more negotiation than we've seen in years. We're going to see more tempers and more stress in transactions than we've seen for years. We have very high interest rates for the last 5 years, but very low interest rates for the last 20 years. And so understanding how to sell the product that we sell, which by the way is not homes, it's our service. We have to understand what it is that we're selling, how to sell it, and understand how to do this gig better than anyone else. And that's not a part-time philosophy. That is a full-time profession. Mega is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It starts at 10 o'clock in the morning and it goes to 6. Sometimes we get out a little early, sometimes we stay a little late, depending on the questions and how many group breakout sessions that we have. There's also an hour lunch around noon or 1 o'clock in Mega. Tuesday and Thursday, we have what's called Mega Mini. Lisa Ormsby is going to be helping you with understanding some of the compulsories that you learn on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but most importantly, you're going to be doing homework stuff, learning your contract paragraphs, learning your code of ethics. People don't understand what our ethics really mean. They think it's somehow a golden rule, and if you're an ethical person, then by virtue somehow of being an ethical person, they know what the code of ethics are, so they in life don't have to read them. But the code of ethics is not a list of ethics. Rather, it is a list of promises that we make each other. It is a list of conduct that we've all agreed to. In following the code is the ethics part of it, not the words themselves. And you don't know what the words say unless you've read them. And in Mega, we're going to ask you to read every single one of our 17 articles of the National Association of Realtors Code of Ethics so you understand what it is that you're subscribing to, number one. But number two, when you're out there in the field, you know exactly what the ethical practices are that you have agreed to. So that's one portion of it. The other portion is the 23 contract paragraphs. Now, just in this month alone, we are ending December, starting January, we have a brand new set of contracts being handed to us from the Texas Real Estate Commission. Your 1 to 4 family has changed. The amendment has changed. The HOA addendum has changed. The third-party financing addendum has changed. There's a lot of changes in the contract, and we're going to be going over those changes in depth to make sure that you understand your contract, which is the most important tool you have in real estate. All of this in Mega. And Mega costs you nothing, and it comes 84 hours of accredited CE. If you want the credit, then there is a fee that you're going to pay Texas Realtors in order to have that credit show up on your track, but you can take the information and you can take the class for free. Now, someone in Mega 11 is going to be our Mega Valedictorian, and that Mega Valedictorian means something. It means that you're going to get special marketing incentives that you're going to have on our Google Places ads. You're going to get some extra swag for the company. But most importantly, you have focused your attention on getting as much out of Mega as you possibly can to reward yourself with $1 million income in 2023. That is the reward, is that you focused and you've allowed yourself to take in all of the information, because I'm going to tell you that what I see out of Mega is that most agents who take Mega walk away with about 30% of the information that we've provided. And a lot of them laugh and say that it's like drinking from a water hose. Well, you need to be prepared to drink from a water hose, which means you need to prepare your mornings. You need to be alert and ready to go and hungry to make $1 million a year. You know, if I could show you how to make $1 million a year, would you find value in that? If I could show you how to make $1 million a year and give you every single tool necessary, free of charge, to make $1 million, would you find value in that? Would you find even more value for me to give you all the tools to make $1 million and show you how to make $1 million a year and charge you nothing for it? That value proposition is incredible. And there is no other firm that is willing to share with you that kind of knowledge for free. They look at their agents as a dollar sign, and instead of investing in their agents, they invest in themselves. And we invest in our agents, and we build good agents so that those agents are lifetime agents, proud to work at this firm, and that we're proud to sponsor. It is a two-way street. I am very, very pumped about Mega 11. It is going to be like no other Mega before. In fact, our new CXM product that we have in your .me has completely changed Mega. Everything from our scripts to even our module. We now have a new module 4 in Mega that has never been taught before and is an entire day calling leads, listening to your own recording on the voicemails of those leads and the conversations. You're going to spend an entire 8-hour day calling leads, and we're going to be helping you through calling those leads, because guess what? If you didn't make $1 million last year, you need to be calling leads. Maybe you made $400,000 last year and you were happy with that. Well, the reality is you need to get to 200 closed transactions, and that will feed you $1 million a year without ever calling a lead again. Because once your pipelines are filled, once you have 200 past clients in your sphere, then you spend your time calling those people who know, love, and trust you. And they're going to give you their family and their friends as referrals. And that is the building blocks of a referral-based business. But those people have to come from somewhere. So Realty Texas has invested millions of dollars in leads, in infrastructure, in technology, and training in order to deliver those first 200. Now, that millions of dollars that we've spent, means that the split of those initial transactions are going to be to go back to pay for Amy McAllister, to pay for the CXM technology, to pay for the thousands of dollars a week in ad spend that we have running out these leads to pull these leads in. But the actual lead costs you nothing. And you get limitless leads. But you just have to follow the per lead task, which means you have to call them, you have to finish up with all the smart plans and make sure you don't have any overdue tasks. But that's all you have to do is show up, make the calls, sell them a home, and there is a referral fee back to the company on those transactions for the first 18 months. But after that, that person is a seed in your database that should be giving you one closed transaction for the rest of your life. National Association of Realtors say that on average, every person over the age of 18 years old has the propensity to provide you one closed referral transaction a year. Everyone in your sphere should be able to give you one closed transaction. So the question is, how do you get 200 people in your database? How do you keep up with all of those people? How do you make sure that no one slips through the cracks and expertly get them to the closing table on time and trouble-free? How do you negotiate your commission? And how do you make this profession a lifetime profession? And how do you get rid of the idea in the back of your head that says, I wonder when the deals are going to dry up. I wonder when I'm not going to make any more money and I'm going to have to find a job. 85% of agents in the business have the question of when this business is going to end for them. Well, I'm going to teach you how to build roots, sustainability, throughout any market change. There's opportunity in every market for agents. Whether you're in a buyer market, a seller market, or a transitioning market like we're in, there is opportunity to be found. There are going to be agents that close over $1 million worth of commission income to their pocket in 2023. And what do they have that you don't? Well, I can tell you one thing. They have the focus to actually get up every single morning and do it. And that's the question. Are you going to hold yourself accountable to waking up every single day and going to work? Well, you have to ask yourself, why? Why are you going to get up every day and call people and pound on doors and be told no 85% of the time? For that 15% of the time when you get yes, why are you going to do that? You have to find out why, which is why we're going to do a goal board. We're going to figure out what your goals are, and we're going to take those goals all the way to one of my very, very favorite lines of all time. In everything you do, consider the end. What does that mean? We're going to talk about that a lot in Mega. But at the end of the day, the end of your life, what do you want your epitaph to say? What do you want your tombstone to say? What do you want people who know, love, and trust you to say about you in the end? What do you want each client to say in every transaction? What do you want the other agent to say about you? What do you want the lender to say about you? What do you want the title company to say about you? In everything that you do, consider the end. There's consequences to every single thing that you do. And in real estate, we have to consider that in the first 3 years, especially for those new agents, you are building a referral-based business. So when you wake up early and you're pounding the phones and you're calling those leads, guess what? That is your why. You are closing 200 transactions so you don't have to call leads anymore. Now you're just going to call people who know, love, and trust you. And you can't tell me that calling people and spending hours a day on the phone calling people who know, love, and trust you, you can't tell me that's hard work. You can't tell me calling people who know, love, and trust you and make $1 million a year is anything but the American dream. We're going to make the American dream reality for you. We're going to open doors like if you've never seen. And it all comes with you showing up and putting your butt in the chair and being prepared to follow the instruction of the mega teachings. This is our 11th class that we've done. I estimate that we've had over 300 students graduate from Mega. We now have taken Mega to the nth degree. We have the website mastersalesperson.com. And those people who get a certain level of points, which is 20,000 points in Mega, earn the designation Master Certified Salesperson. And that designation you get to use in your marketing and your advertising. And you get placement on the mastersalesperson.com website, free of charge. You also get a special token talking about you being a master salesperson. And more importantly, you've learned the tools necessary to turn this profession into a lifetime career by following the one rule, which is, as fast as possible, get to 200 closings so that you build a referral-based business. And then you spend the remainder of your years calling people who know, love, and trust you and provide you referrals. You can even get to the point where you hire a buyer agent and a listing agent, and you sit back and do nothing but make those calls and get those leads and put those leads into a system where you have people who close them for you. I've been doing this now for 20 years. When a lead comes in and I have a conversation with my client, I have a team that puts up the lockbox, puts up the sign, puts the property in the MLS, and does every single I dotting and T crossing. But what do? I do all the negotiations. I do all the communication with my client. Even some of that can be farmed out. We're going to look at your holistic business, and we're going to tear it down all the way to the studs, and we're going to rebuild it to make you a polished, professional salesperson that has a personal guarantee, that understands their why, that understands their value proposition, and that is going to make $1 million for themselves and their family and start building that annual $1 million legacy for the rest of their lives. Mega 11, January 4th. I am so excited and grateful to have a business with Lisa Ormsby in the best country in the world, in the best state in the nation, in the best marketplaces in Texas at the time we're in right now, with the tools that we have around us and the support systems that we have in place and the fantastic leadership team that I have that surrounds me and the staff that we have at this firm. That is absolutely incredible. And every single one of those things were built with intention. We have the support and the ability to power start your 2023. I look forward to seeing you in Mega. Tell your other friends that are out there in real estate that they need to bring themselves to Realty Texas, because Mega January 4th is going to change their career. Thank you all, and I'll see you January 4th.